When Leeds hired Sam Allardyce as manager back in May on a short-term deal until the end of the season, he left just a few weeks later when Leeds were relegated into the Championship. This became the shortest ever tenure of any manager in the Premier League. In this video, we take a look back at other managers who have suffered the same fate as we take a look at the fastest ever Premier League sackings. Number 10. Claudio Ranieri, Fulham, 106 days. On the 14th of November 2018, Ranieri was appointed the manager of Fulham, replacing Jakanovic. 10 days later, his first match as the club's new manager, he led Fulham to a dramatic 3-2 home win against Southampton, which put an end to Fulham's winless run in the league since the 22nd of September. However, this wasn't enough to save his job. Ranieri was dismissed as the manager of Fulham and replaced by then assistant manager Scott Parker on the 28th of February 2009, having only won 3 of his 17 matches in charge. Tony Adams, Portsmouth, 106 days. Tony Adams' name earned him the chance to replace Harry Redknapp at Portsmouth, more than his record, which consisted at that point of a spell at Wycombe Wanderers, where he only won 12 of his 53 games in charge. At Fratton Park, he managed only 2 wins in 16. With Portsmouth 16th, he was shown the door. Colin Todd, Derby County, 98 days. Another who'd stepped up from an assistant's position, Todd, lasted just over 3 months, but Derby were second bottom of the Premier League and were humbled in the FA Cup by League Two strugglers Bristol Rovers. Nathan Jones, Southampton, 95 days. On the 10th of November 2022, Jones was appointed the manager of Premier League club Southampton, signing a 3.5-year deal with the club. He lost his first game as Southampton manager to Liverpool on the 12th of November. On the 20th of December, Jones secured his first competitive victory in Southampton's 2-1 win against Lincoln City in the EFL Cup. On the 14th of January, Jones secured his first Premier League victory in a 2-1 victory over Everton. However, just a few weeks later, on the 12th of February 2023, following a 2-1 defeat against Wolverhampton, Jones was sacked as Southampton boss. Jones left the club with just 1 league win in 8 matches, leaving Southampton at the bottom of the Premier League. He is the shortest ever non-caretaker manager in Southampton's history. Number 6. Terry Connor, Wolves, 91 days. Terry Connor assisted Mick McCarthy before stepping up to be the main man at Wolverhampton. Towards the end of the 2011-12 season, he had 13 games in charge, winning none, which resulted in Wolves finishing bottom of the Premier League. Connor was allowed to stick around though, returning to his old assistant post. Sanchez Flores, Watford, 85 days. This was the Spaniard's second spell in charge, with Flores tempting back to Vicarage Road after Juve Garcia was sacked 4 games into the season. The returning boss struggled to make an impact, winning only 1 of his 10 games in charge. With the Hornets bottom of the table and the 6 points adrift from safety, he was shown the door for the second time. Bob Bradley, Swansea City, 84 days. On the 3rd of October 2016, Bradley was appointed the new Swansea City manager after Francesco Gudion's dismissal. The Swansea City Supporters Trust, who owned a 21% stake in the club, issued a statement saying they were disappointed in the club's new appointment, given Bradley had been appointed without them being consulted. With the new appointment, Bradley became the first American to manage a Premier League club. Many fans and pundits criticised the appointment, suggesting that he'd only been given the job by the club's new American owners by virtue of him being American. On December 27, 2016, following a 4-1 defeat by West Ham, Bradley was sacked by Swansea after only 85 days and 11 games in charge of the club. This would be the 4th shortest reign of any manager in the Premier League. Number 3. Frankie de Boer, Crystal Palace 77 days. Out by Jose Mourinho as the worst manager in the history of the Premier League, and it's hard on this occasion to argue. De Boer arrived at Palace determined to install a new possession-based approach and recognise the whole philosophy of the club. It was binned off after losing just 4 of his Premier League opening games without even scoring a goal. With pre-season accounting for a month and a half of his short reign, Roy Hodgson replaced De Boer and the ex-England boss dragged Palace up to 11th place by the end of the season. René Mullerstein, Fulham, 75 days. The former Man United head coach was officially hired as manager on the 1st of December 2013. He only lasted 17 matches and he was sacked on February 14th, 2014, 75 days later. Number 1. Les Reed, Charlton, 41 days. Even this trust lasted longer as PM Van Reed managed at his post at the Valley, with Ian Dowy's former assistant claiming it was a mutual decision to part the night before Christmas, with his side rock bottom of the table, 7 points from safety, and with 1 win in 7, Reed was sacked as the manager of Charlton Athletic. He lasted just 41 days.